Hi, my name is Holly and I'm with Perpetual Fitness Training. Thanks for joining me today. We have abs in this section, just nothing but abs. So make sure that you have something soft that you can do abs on. That's all you need. Let's go ahead and get going. All right, we're going to begin on the floor. We're actually going to begin in plank position. We're going to start in a low plank, which is just on the forearms. You can feel free to change that up as you see fit. Some people really prefer to do plank up on their hands, but these are 4 rounds, or there's 4 exercises. Each exercise is 30 seconds. We're only going to go through them once. We only get 5 seconds in between though. So I wanted to just kind of change it up for those people that have any wrist issues, that they're not up on their hands the whole time. Let's go ahead and get right after this. We're all set up. We're going to come down into modified plank or full plank on the forearms. Let's hold it here. I want you to be aware that those hips may start to float. Keep that tummy tight and drop the hips as low as you can. That gaze should be down on your forearms, pressing back through the heels, tightening through the glutes, belly, and in the knees. Just tighten all that up. This is a whole body exercise. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, little break. All right, we're gonna move right into here into toe taps. So back where you were, toe taps side to side. Now the idea with toe taps is you're not allowing those hips to rise up much. They will come up just a little bit as you move side to side, usually, but you're trying to keep those hips as low as you can. Tummy tight. Those elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Breathe. Tapping to the side. I want these slow and in control. 5-second break. Now we're going to switch up to the hands, or you can stay on those forearms. Full plank. Again, the wrists and elbows and shoulders are all lined up. That's one straight line. Tuck your tailbone. Tummy tight. Looking down at the hands. Pressing back through those heels. Breathe. We have 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Little break. You do feel these through your shoulders. Tap out. Tap to the side. 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 Now another alternative is to come up on the fists. If it bothers you on your wrists, but this works well, you can also come up on some weights. Place the weights underneath the hands. That works as well. 10 seconds. Belly tight. Focusing on that core. 3. Take it down. All right, just a little shake out here. Moving on to our next one, we're going to move on to our back. So in control, tummy tight, you can either just slowly come down or you can roll over onto your side and come onto the back. All right, so we're going to start with a one-legged scissors. The hands are next to the body. You can be up in a crunch if you like, or keeping that head down. I'll probably float between the two. So both legs are up. We're just going to drop the right. Bring it up. Drop the right. Bring it up. So if you want to make this more challenging, you're here. Hands floating off the floor. Belly is tight no matter where you are. This other leg just needs to be up. It doesn't have to be straight. But if you can, try to make it straight. Breathe through this. This low back is never coming off the mat. So if you drop it and that low back comes off, don't drop it quite as low. All right, we're going to move right into crunches. And crunch. Back down. In crunches, it's very important that you keep space between your chin and chest, that you lift with your chest or your belly, not lifting the head like this. Separate that chin and chest. There should be no movement in the neck at all. I like to think of lifting my chest toward the ceiling, keeping those elbows open. Take it back down, legs back up. So now we're going to do this left leg. Tummy tight. Down and up. Down and up. So
If your low back is coming off the mat, we're not dropping it as low. Or try and come up. That may solve your problem and you'll get that full range of motion. Keep that belly pulled in nice and tight. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. 5-second break. We're coming up into pulsing crunches. Crunch up, pulse. If you don't like your hands behind your head, you can bring those arms forward. So you're never letting your body drop back down. You're staying up, keeping the shoulder blades off the floor, tummy tight. You're tucking that tailbone under. You should get really deep in that muscle. Should really be feeling it. More. Good. All right, we're going to come up into boat pose. So if you're familiar with boat pose, we're here. If you're unfamiliar with boat pose, there's a lot of options. You can take hands behind, releasing one leg, 2 legs, or come up into that V-sit. Let's go ahead and start with just boat pose. Holding here. Release. I like to hold it here, tummy tight, lifting your heart. But you can go to any of those other positions I explained. Both feet down, 1 foot down, changing between the two, or holding on. The key is that this upper body never changes. Breathe. Belly in, heart lifts, shoulders down. And come on up, a little break. All right, so now we're gonna do these bicycle legs. So back is the same, hands come back, bring those legs up, in and out. And you wanna go down a bit low, shoulders relaxed, soft elbows, tummies tight. The lower these legs are, the harder. The higher, a little bit easier. It's not a lot easier. Lift your heart, abs in. Breathe through this. And up top. Russian twist. We're going to move to the right side. So it's that boat pose again, but taking it to the right and center. You can do this with a weight if you like, but I want you to focus on dropping that right shoulder toward the floor. I want you to focus on the twist. A lot of times when we have weight, we tend to focus in this position on the arms. This is a core exercise, twisting through the core. If you want to make it a little harder, legs up. Center, little break. Other side. Sit up tall, leaning back. Arms out and twist. Dropping the shoulder, twisting the core. Let the core do the work, not the shoulder. Legs up to make it a little harder. Heart lifts, never letting that back round. Keeping the heart up is your goal. Center. Breathe. Take it up. Woo. That tends to get your hip flexors. My hip flexors are sore after our strength training, so that's where I was really feeling it. All right, we have our last one. We're going to do crunch. We're going to do bicycles. We're going to do leg lifts, and we're going to do some hip dips, alternating sides. So we got a lot left. This is our last push. Back to those crunches. Check your tailbone, lift. Big exhale as you come up. Tuck that tailbone. Breathe into this. Space between your chin and chest. Little break. That was just a warm up for our bicycles here. Legs up, hands behind the head. We're taking a shoulder toward the knee. Shoulder to the knee. Low back, making contact with that mat. If it isn't, raise those legs up. Belly in. Shoulder toward the knee. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Little break, little break. Okay, we're going to change this. I want to do low ab lifts. So you're going to lift your low ab, drop it down. I want you to control the descent. We're not using those hands. They're there for balance and support, but don't press into the mat. Even to make it a little more challenging or to make sure you're using the core, let those hands just float off the floor. One more. Little break. Last one. Hip dip side to side. So onto your side. I wasn't prepared. Drop the hip down. You're going to roll to that other side. Hip drop. So you can do this full. You can do one leg out. Or you can do this, both knees down. Whichever level you like. Keep those hips low when you transition. One more. Perfect. Go ahead and sit back and just slowly take it up. All right, if you'd really like a challenge, I want you to take that session. I want you to do it again. Go through one more time. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.